The Arctic does not announce itself. It does not threaten. It does not warn. It simply waits. A white horizon with no edges. A cold that strips sound from the air. A place where time slows and mistakes are preserved forever. In the summer of 1845, 2 ships sailed north into that silence, seeking a passage no one had yet claimed. They carried confidence, they carried technology, they carried enough supplies to last years. What they did not carry was an understanding of the cold. When the ice closed behind them, the world would not hear from them again. This is not just a story of exploration. It is a mirror reflecting what happens when certainty meets indifference, and the Arctic refuses to let go.
Noctra.
For centuries, Europe searched for a northern route, a passage through ice that would shorten the world. The Northwest Passage was not just a dream of navigation, it was a symbol of mastery. By the mid-19th century, Britain believed it was finally ready. 2 ships were chosen, HMS Erebus and HMS Terror. They were strong, reinforced with iron, equipped with steam engines, and stocked with provisions for 3 years. At their head stood Sir John Franklin, experienced, respected, confident. The expedition sailed with ceremony, with cheers, with certainty. The Arctic remained silent. The last Europeans to see them watched the ships disappear into Baffin Bay. After that, there were only brief encounters. Whalers, Inuit hunters, figures who would later carry fragments of the truth. By the winter of 1845, the ships were locked in ice. At first, this was expected. The men were prepared to overwinter. Fires burned inside warm wooden hulls. Meals were eaten from tins. Morale remained steady. They believed the ice would release them when spring returned. The ice did not move. Months passed. The sun vanished. Darkness settled in. Cold seeped into wood, into bone, into thought. Men fell ill, not from injury, but from something quieter, lead. The tinned food they trusted slowly poisoned them. Scurvy followed, weakness, confusion. Still, the officers recorded discipline, routine, order. They were explorers. They endured. Outside, the ice remained unbroken. Another summer came. The ice held. Another winter followed. By 1847, Sir John Franklin was dead. Leadership passed quietly. Hope thinned. The ships had drifted, not toward freedom, but deeper into the ice. Men spoke less, walked slower. The Arctic did not need to act violently. It only needed to remain. In April of 1848, the decision was made. The ships were abandoned. 105 men stepped onto the ice, pulling sledges, carrying boats, walking south toward nothing certain. They left a single note behind. It spoke of deaths, of ice, of resolve. It did not speak of fear. They believed they could walk out of the Arctic. The Arctic did not believe in them. They did not make it far. Bodies appeared along the route. Some collapsed where they fell. Some arranged carefully. Evidence remained. Broken equipment, discarded silverware, and signs that disturbed those who found them. They had begun to eat the dead. Not in madness, but in desperation. The cold preserved everything. Bones marked by knives, stories etched into ice. The Arctic remembered. For years, search parties scoured the north. They found relics, they found graves, they found fragments, and from the Inuit they heard the rest. Ships trapped, men walking south, no survivors. The truth emerged slowly, piecemeal, uncomfortable, inescapable. The expedition had not failed suddenly. It had faded. The wrecks of Erebus and Terror were found more than a century later, perfectly preserved, frozen in time. Technology had returned, but the silence remained. The Arctic had kept its answer, not hidden, just waiting. The Franklin expedition did not vanish mysteriously. It vanished patiently. The men were prepared. The ships were strong. The plans were sound. But confidence is fragile in a place that does not care. The Arctic does not chase. It does not threaten. It waits. And when humans arrive believing they are ready, it decides whether they will leave. To explore more mysteries like this, subscribe and join us on the next journey into the unknown.